Right, so today I have a REV Power 16750 power bank, milliamp hour, and today I'm going to show you how to disassemble this power bank and replace the battery cells with new cells, and also I'm going to show you how to charge this power bank with a faster charger. This one is an RC charger, and you can charge this in 2.5 hours instead of 25 hours for this regular USB charger. So let's get started. Alright, so here's the plan. Inside here are 5 18650 cells, and this is 16750 milliamp hour, and if you do the math, that is 3350 milliamp hour each cell. And I have to replace the cells, and because they are dead on me. I have discharged it quite a few times, and they don't hold as much charge. So I'm going to use the cells from my laptop battery to replace the cells in here. And also I'm going to use my Turnigy charger. This one can push out, I think can push 5 amp to charge this thing instead of 500 milliamp, that is half an amp. So let's see, this one here is about what, 61.9 watt hour. That's about 62 watt hour. This charger here is only half an amp at 5 volts. That is about 2.5 watt hour. So to charge this battery from empty, you're going to take 62 divided by 2.5. That's about 25 hours to charge from this charger, to fully charge this power bank. That's ridiculous. 25 hours straight. That's over 1 day. So with this, I can charge it at 5 amp. That's 10 times the power as this. And these cells are easily can take 1 amp charge. So 5 in parallel, I can do 5 amp easily. And 5 amp, that's 5 amps at 5 volts. That's about what, 25 watt hour. So only takes me to get to 62 hours. That's 2.5 times. So 2.5 hours. And I think I'm gonna drill a hole here. Just gonna drill a hole and wire the wire with this connector so I can plug it in my Turnigy charger to charge it at 5 amp. Alright, so I've got it out. Let me show you what I got here. This is the top cover. That's the bottom cover. There are 2 screws, 2 small screws that hold the circuit board together with the top cover. And there's a middle piece. And this is really a pain in the butt to pry it out. I only need a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a lot of patience. Believe it or not, patience is also a tool. Because without it, you're gonna just got frustrated and just, push it in too hard and puncture the battery cells, because battery is really close to the case. So when you're trying to pry it, if you push too hard, you're gonna puncture the battery. Anyway, I'll show you the construction here. So this is the top cover. Got a button here, so a test button also for the flashlight too. If you press and hold it, the flashlight will turn on. And top cover. The top cover has 2 screws. You see the 2 holes here, one on this side, one on that side. That's held together by these 2 screws right here. Okay, these 2 screws I already removed. And in order to pry it out, you have to pry the bottom out first. you do not want to pry the top part out, because this board is on the top cover. Okay, so pry the bottom out first. So it's like this, right? It's like that. So pry the bottom out first. If you pry the top out, it's probably gonna pull the wire. The wire is soldered onto the battery cells. I already removed it, but like that, and it's soldered to the battery cells. And if you pull the bottom out like that, you're probably gonna break the wire and probably break the board too. So pry the bottom out first. And there are a lot of latches. It's being held together by, I'll show you the latches here. Plenty of latches. There's a top latch and the bottom latch. See that? Top and the bottom, same here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus another 8 on this side. That is 22 latches. The top part has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 latches on the top. I mean on the bottom. On the bottom. Same thing on the top. So it is also held together by this double-sided tape, and it's really sticky. It's stuck to the battery really tight. It just doesn't want to let go. So not only is it held by these latches, but also by this double-sided tape. So the tape holds the battery on the bottom, right, bottom part, and also on the top. See double-sided tape on the top also. So you press it together, it's held really tight. So even when you already pry off the latches, it's still held together. It still doesn't want to come out because it's still held together by the double-sided tape. So you really have to pull it out really good. Alright, so finally got it out. And circuit board, very simple circuit board. That is the flashlight right there. 2 USB and this positive terminal, negative terminal. 5 cells are in parallel. 5 cells in parallel. So 5 of these, and then it's like that. Alright, so it's soldered onto this positive wire, the red wire onto the positive terminal, and the black wire to the negative terminal. That's it. Right, so I got my cells out of my laptop batteries, and there are 6 cells inside this laptop battery. It is in a 3S 2P configuration to produce 12 volts. So 2 in parallel, 3 in series, like so. And 2 pairs are already welded together. So I'm gonna just utilize this. I don't have to cut it out. So now I just need to make a 1S 5P, so 5 in parallel. So I'm just gonna solder all the positive terminal together like so, and all the negative terminal together, and put it in here like so, and should be good to go. Alright, so I am almost done here. I'll show you what I got. The battery pack is connected in parallel. You can see all the positive terminal together, negative terminal together, and I solder the main wire to the unit, to the board, solder it back to the battery pack. And I also made an extra wire that goes out externally out of the unit. I drill a hole onto the plastic right there and run the wire through and make an XT60 connector so I can charge the unit with my balance charger. So I just solder the wire onto the terminal, so positive to the positive terminal and negative wire go to the negative terminal. I can just solder in here also, doesn't matter where. So now I just have to put it back together and should be good to go. And let's try it first, see if it works. Press the button so it's fully charged. Let's try the flashlight, see if it works. There we go, flashlight working. Off. Alright, so just put back together, should be good to go. I also cut a couple of clips on this plastic right here. So this clip here is cut, this clip down here is cut, you see there, cut one up here and also cut one here, make my life easier if you want to remove it later. I also removed the double-sided tape. I just leave one piece here so it can keep the pack in place so it doesn't move around too much. But actually it's really tight in here, it's not gonna move too much. You can see it moves a little bit, but it's really tight once I put this plastic piece down, so it's not gonna move too much. Alright, let's put back together. I also use a cable tie to wrap the wire, this wire inside here, and make it tight so that if I have to yank this wire accidentally, I don't pull the whole thing out. Alright, so time to put it back together. Let me show you this part here. See, here has all the screw marks. I had so much hard time trying to pry it out, and that's the result on this side too. Alright, so got it back all together. Let's try to see if it works. Test button working, shows about, what's that, about 75% full. Okay, see if flashlight works. There we go, flashlight's on. Now let's see, let me plug in my phone here, see if it works. There we go, it's charging my phone. So it's working fine. Now let's see if it would, my charger will be able to charge this pack here. I got my Turnigy chargers on, and this thing can charge up to 6 amp, but I'm setting it up to charge 5 amp right now. Let's plug it in here, get ready to charge. So I got it 5 amp, 3.7 volts. Let me zoom in so you can see here. Alright, charging at 5 amp, 3.7 volts. So let's see if it charges. Start, battery check. By the way, because this is in parallel, all 5 cells in parallel, so you do not need to balance charge. It's all balanced by itself. So 1 series and start. Alright, so it's at 4 volts. So I guess about, let's say, well, shows 75% full, but anyway, as you can see there, it's almost full, so the charger automatically reduces the current down to 4.3 now. So it will accelerate the charge from what? This would take me over 1 day, over 25 hours, to only 2.5 hours. So it's 10 times faster to charge with this charger rather than this. Alright, so now with this external XT60 connector, not only can I use this to plug in my RC charger so I can charge 10 times as fast. Now I can use this to run any external device, any device that runs on a single 18650 cell or anything that runs on 4 volts. So I have this camera here, and usually it runs on 2 AA battery. There's no battery in here, just 2 metal screws with wires coming out of it. So I usually have this run on this battery, in this battery holder here. So now I plug it in my new RAV power bank, and let me show you that it works just fine. See that? Turn on, off, on. So basically, usually it runs on a single cell. Now I have 5 times as much power to run my camera, so I can run a lot longer. All I have to do now is just use a make a connector that connects in here and run the wire to my holder here, and it can run for a lot longer with this battery pack. Okay, I can also run anything that runs on 4 volts. For example, my RC car here, this one runs on 4 volt DC, and just hook it up to my RC and it can run for a really long time. Or anything that runs on 4 volt. Flashlight, this one runs on a single 18650. Now it's got 5 times as much power if I plug this in this battery pack. And if you don't have a RAV power bank like this, if you have other power bank, they're pretty much the same. This one here is a Pocket Juice power bank, and it's got 6 cells in here, and they're all in parallel. This is one S6B battery pack, and all the positive terminal together, all the negative terminal together. This wire, the black wire, connect the negative on this end to negative on the other end. Basically, it's all in parallel. So if you want to repair yours, it's pretty straightforward and simple. You know, to remove the dead cell, put in new cell, and put them all in parallel, and you're good to go. And I guess that's all I have for now. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time.